Hello everyone, welcome to Dark Souls 2, and in the last episode we dealt with Ava and talked to the woman, I forget her name. Yeah, you're probably already guessing, this is post-commentary. The reason I did post-commentary here was because we're doing a lot of stuff that we've already seen, and yeah. So, let me talk about this episode. This episode we'll be getting one out of the 3 Ivory Knights. And next episode will also be post-commentary, by the way. And we'll be exploring everything up to the first Ivory Knight that, that is new. Because, as you know, everything was covered by ice before we started, before we met the lady and she de-iced everything. So we're going to be exploring those areas up to this point, of course, and going through these areas. The main reason I the main reason I fast-forwarded these little areas here is because we've already seen through them, and there's nothing new about them other than, you know, the mages get up, and they're not really all that interesting, and you'll see those later anyways. Yeah, so we're really just going to the main area here. There's nothing real all that new and all that stuff. Seriously, there could be a lot more. It's a lot of shooting with a bow. I'll tell you that now. A lot of shooting with a bow. I think the bow is probably my second most used weapon in this game. Because it's just so good. Truly. Truly, it's good. So, as we know, that when we first came through here, this little area was blocked off by ice, making it so that we cannot enter it. But now we are going to enter it and see what it has in store. This elevator will take you down to the ground. And, yeah, there weren't any secret, pathways that I saw for these elevators. Because some elevators have them, some don't. It's like a situation. And then you come over here and you find this. These enemies that we see up here are very sucky. These enemies are like, well, you wouldn't understand this reference if you haven't played Dark Souls 1, but they're like pinwheel skeletons. They'll roll onto you and do a lot of damage. They nearly killed me multiple times. I don't die in this episode, nor do I do in the next one. But they can be really annoying, and yeah. Trust me, you want to watch out for them. Because they can be bad. Pretty bad. But they're not as bad as another enemy that we'll come across for the last boss of this DLC, which is a side boss, but we won't be doing that for next few episodes anyways. Yeah. We're just going to be shooting these guys. And we're going to see that the woodland sprites from before, remember the ones that we saw in the dark area thing, yeah, they're actually here. You won't quite be able to see him because we gotta kill this invader first, but you'll actually, there he is. See, we fought this woodland sprite here before in the dark chasms of old. Yeah, that's it though. That's it. There's nothing extremely special about them. I mean, that's really, honestly, it. This guy's gonna heal for some reason. I don't know what was that all about. He should be really easy to kill. You know, with little issues here and there. There are a few of these woodland sprite guys around, so just watch out for them. They can do a decent amount of damage. Also, with these porcupine things, if you even walk near them, they'll give you damage. I can't speak very well. They will do damage to you, and that sucks. So, yeah. Also, when you roll through the snow, you get all snow-tified. I really like that texture. You know? It's kind of it. I thought, I'm not gonna lie, originally when I went to this area, I thought it was gonna be a lot worse. But now that I've gone through this area again for, what, the second time ever, it's actually not all that bad. I remember it as being like hell, but it's really not bad. The worst parts are probably the hedgehogs, if I had to say so. Yeah, it's probably them. Trying to find the woodland sprite thing. He's up there, but I didn't see him originally. But that guy was shooting at us. Their magic doesn't do that much. They don't do all that much damage. Watch out for the big spears, though. Spears of magic, because that will do a lot more damage, and you don't want that. We're gonna come across here soon a little bit of a special thing that is only in this DLC. But give it a second. We'll open this up later. We have to go through a doorway, and then we can open it up. And this chest really is like out in the open, so it's like, what is this? There really isn't all too much around here. Not gonna lie, there could be a lot more here. There isn't, but I feel there could be a lot more. Well, welcome to a new special thing. So you see this white man, he will act as a white phantom, but in reality he's actually Patches. Well, a type of Patches. Yeah, if you try to go and open that door, he will backstab you as you try to open that door. And that means that you could possibly get killed. So don't help this guy. Kill him immediately, allowing yourself to go through the world without having to worry about him. He'll try to ruin your armor by throwing acid. Just, you know, hit him a few times and he'll run away eventually. And once he runs away, just chase him down and, you know, do the same thing. Chase him down, hit him, make him run away, chase him down, hit him. That's the process, and will always be the process for these kind of things. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like doing post-commentary compared to normal commentary. Because with normal commentary, I think I speak my mind as I'm thinking it. With this, I have to talk about what happened and how I was feeling then, rather than how I am feeling now, you know. Well, I guess I could kind of tell you a story. Originally when I went through here, I thought it was kind of creepy that this guy was here, and I did end up getting stabbed in the back by him. But I always thought, like, oh, this is weird, and I didn't know that he was actually a NPC. I always thought he was like, oh, it must be like an invader or something later that I just didn't notice. And now that I know this, well, I've known this for a while. The whole NPC thing, I've known this for a while, but you know, it was a whole, like, it was astonishing when I realized it. It's like, oh, that's a planned thing. Okay. I mean, it was just like, the game's never done that, and has never done that, and nor will it ever do that again. It's just, it blew my mind. Because Dark Souls 3 doesn't have it. Bloodborne doesn't have it. Demon's Souls doesn't have it. Dark Souls 1 definitely doesn't have it. It's just like there's really not much else to it. So we're gonna open this door, but we're not gonna be quite done. There was another door over here. If we cross this bridge, I gotta heal first, but if we cross this bridge, there is a second door that we'll be going through. I forget what's inside here. Don't fall down. There's a magic stone, I'm pretty sure I saw. Oh, bonfire, that's right. So there's a bonfire here. That's right, and then there's nothing else. I remember. That guy, that, like, you know, when you're sitting by a bonfire doing something, and then a person from another world shows up. That guy scared me. Like, I actually jumped when I did it. When I was playing through this, I actually jumped and was about to fight. Like, I was actually about to go fight something. But yeah, now I realize that's nothing bad was about to happen. So the reason I didn't drop down there was because I kind of seemed skeptical from an open area with items, and my skepticism was was, well, give it a second. Was, well, right. So, we've actually fought a boss before called the Covetous Demon, and this is exactly what that is. This is the Covetous Demon done right, I'd say. This is the mini-boss, Covetous Demon. I think the Covetous Demon should have always been a mid-boss, but this really does show that they learned from their mistakes, and was like, alright, we get it. Covetous Demon is not great. We get hit here soon by a rolling attack. I remember that. Yeah, no, I do. Right here. And yeah, no, it's really a matter of just hitting his backside. But all these items here are more or less useless. There are some pretty good ones here, like the large club +8. Like, I use that in the next episode for a lot of enemies. It's really good for backstabs. The Ivory warrior ring seems pretty good. Less stamina for enemies. It's like really cool, I think. I heard, like, from what I read there, it looked pretty cool. And then the large club does over like 500 damage. It's crazy. And even my sword doesn't do that. It does like I think 440 or something. And the great club, I'm not gonna lie, next episode when I use it, it's great for backstabs. It just destroys them. And we have a little nice and narrow hallway of 2 spiky hedgehog things. You know, I just they remind me of Sonic a little bit because they're icy blue with, you know, their roll, you know, and they're hedgehogs or porcupines. I'm not sure which one. It doesn't really matter. I head to the right here. What happens when I go left? What happens when I go forward? I actually don't remember. Oh, I do remember. So this actually leads to a shortcut from the first area, the area that we had fought patches in. Right, that leads there. It's the door that it said I couldn't open a while ago. And then we come here. This is a little bit of a new gimmick. We actually seen this gimmick in Dragon Lake Castle, and you know, when you kill something near one of these golems, they come to life and do something. In this case, it's, well, come to life and try to kill us. Yeah. I kind of did spoil it there, but you would have found out anyways. So, it's you can always kill these golems at any time. You can kill them even when they're not activated. But I find the best way to fight them is to always try to hit them in the front, or with an attack that will hit them higher up than if you were to attack like their feet or something, because they apparently have more defense at their feet. So I saw. Be careful not to let the enemies die too close to them, because then you don't want their soul getting into, well, them. That kind of situation. And you'll see next episode there was 3 golems in like the circle. And one of them activated, and then the other 2 didn't. So I lured the one that was activated away, killed it, came back, and I killed the 2 golems at the exact same time. So one of them didn't spawn. They spawned, but they didn't activate. So it's really it's a test of do I want to activate these? They're really not necessarily difficult. I mean, they do have some weird little bits to them, but I wouldn't say that they're difficult. In fact, I'd say they're pretty easy. And you can hit them while they're activating too, which makes it even better. Because then it makes it so you can get like half their health gone in a few hits. I don't think you can backstab them, though, because they're too big. I think that's what it is exactly. That's what I imagine. We're coming up to the point where we're about halfway to the Ivory thing. Oh, also, this is their grab. What they do is they grab you, they take some souls, I don't know if it's like a percentage thing, and then they just take some life force away. Which I thought was really cool the first time I saw it, which actually was then. But back to what I was saying about the whole Ivory Night thing. Yeah, we're about halfway to the Ivory Night. And this means that, you know, once we get him, or literally just walk up to him, he was going to help us on the next fight, which is going to apparently be the Ivory King, who was swallowed by chaos or something. That's whatever that woman said. Right. So, the whole reason we're going through these areas and getting these Ivory Knights is because they're going to assist us. I mean, without them, the fight will be so much harder, and that sucks. We start with one because it wants to be easy on us, and then we have to go find the other three. This one is the most out of the way, I'd say. This one is so much out of the way that it has to loop back. I mean, this is pretty out of the way. Well, compared to the others that are like right there, this is pretty bad. But this is why I gave it its own episode, because it's the farthest out and it's the hardest to get to. More or less, because of the hedgehogs, really. Those are the only reason. So this is, I'm not gonna lie, I nearly die here like twice. So we get some elite ice soldiers things, and they're really easy to deal with because you can just backstab them, as you do. There are 3 on that bridge over there, and we actually walked through that bridge, I think last episode. No. Yes. Last episode we walked over there, and we're like, hey, this bridge is broken, there's not much we can do here. Well, and I thought this was really cool. You'll see in a second, but there's actually a way we're going to fix that bridge, and it's a little bit weirder than you might expect. It's actually pretty sick. We have to kill these 2 hedgehogs first, but, you know, it happens. Then we go over here and we see that there are 2 elite knights standing right next to each other. This prompts me to try to backstab them, and then I get comboed, nearly dying in the process. So I run away and heal. Then they follow me, and I decide to run in the direction they were heading, which is a horrible idea, and I actually don't know why I did it. Then we had hedgehogs follow me, making my life worse, and I got hit. So I'm sitting here getting hit by a hedgehog with 2 health, and I put a life gem on. My heart really wasn't beating all that much, but it was very scary for me at the time, because it was like, oh my god, I don't have to run all the way back. It's a long run. Don't make me do it. So what I do is I basically walk back to the elevator. I don't walk fully to the elevator, but I walk like halfway, and I let the like the lieutenant, the general elite knight that you actually didn't even see, because the corner was blocking him, all the way down, and he's a piece of cake because I can just backstab him. I didn't get to backstab him here because the game was being stupid, but he was still easy because he takes a lot of damage from his back. And I said, hey, wait a second. If we hit this, won't it fall? And the way you're supposed to do that is walk up there and hit it. But you can also shoot it, making your life even much easier. And with that, if you keep... Oh, okay, or don't. You'll find out what that did in a second. I don't know why I looked away. We're gonna head up here in this little hill thing. I think it's annoying how it swivels, but it's whatever. And we're gonna lure one of them away because we don't want them both to fight, because last time that happened we nearly lost all our health. And you know, normally with it only being one of them, it's a lot easier. Then I got a little risky here and tried to take him on with a little less health. It wasn't all that bad, because once you get a backstab on him, he doesn't really do much. And then this guy comes strolling, and he's like, hey, where's Sally? He's dead. We just be like, hey, what's up? You know, as you do. We make sure the hedgehogs aren't quite there, and they're not. I mean, they're around the corner, but they can't see me, thankfully. And then I just destroy Paul right here. And then the hedgehog is like, hey, what's up? Psst, Paul's dead. And we kill Henry, and then that's it. And then I heal because I'm about to die. Also, we got those mushrooms. They're not Elizabeth mushrooms, but they're mushrooms, and they heal over time. Literally, I didn't see a change in healing whatsoever. So I I really did think that it didn't really heal all that much. It might heal like one a second or something, but that's useless. And this is where we find our first Ivory Knight and last one for this episode. We open up and we say, "Hey, what's up? Hello," and he just kind of jumps out of his chair. He uses a bone to get out of there. And once you see the Knights of Ilium Lois seek the chaos, you know that you're good and you can head back. If you don't see that, you're probably going to have to go back to that area. But as we saw the the snowball do, it came over here and killed all these guys. And you might not have noticed, but there was a few items over here. Also, that ball of snow created an awesome little bridge for this bridge. Also, the Azul staff is here too. Pretty cool. Azul. It's not going to be useful for me, like, whatsoever. Yeah. That's it. And we're just going to take this little bridge. And we've gotten to a point where we've already been here before. So we're actually going to, fast forward in 3, 2, 1, fast. It's really... We're going to go through this little area, kill these guys that are up here. We killed them while they were sitting down last time. I think we killed them. We might not have. We're gonna walk up here. I'm really kind of being in danger with the amount of souls I'm using. Either way, this area is unthawed, and we have to fight another elite soldier. And so we do the same thing as we do every time, and let's backstab them. And you just hit them. And then all three of these chests are not mimics. Don't worry. You would know by the color of the chest and stuff. You get a soul vessel, which I've already explained, I believe. You get, I think, Elizabeth mushrooms. I think this is that. No, Sorcerer's Twin Blade. That is a pretty cool twin blade, apparently. That is what I read. What it does is that you can use sorceries with it, but it's also a twin blade, as it says in the description. And then you could fall down here, leading yourself all the way back to an area that we went before. So, we're going to go back to an area that we've also went before, but this leads to the bonfire. So, it's really just a montage of us killing things, and that's fun. And we open this door, and we gotta shoot some things. There's a lot of shooting. I think if I had to sum this DLC up, it's shooting, shooting and backstabs. The other two DLCs aren't as much like that. In fact, I think they're not like that at all. But yeah. Either way, we came back here last episode to talk about this area and how when I tried to light the torch, it immediately blew out. But because the snow stopped falling and the wind stopped blowing, we can actually light our thing up here, and we can move on throughout this door. Now, here's a little secret. Well, if you go to the right, there's a flexile sentry, if you did not see their blade. So we go over here to this pretty obvious illusionary wall. Press X on it, whatever. And then we come up here, and we can pick up a pretty sick, nasty weapon called the Bone Fist, which I don't think it does, anything. Probably does. Either way, there's another flexile sentry. It's not the same flexile sentry, but there's two flexile sentries in this one area. So what we decided to do is we just we shoot one of the mage things, and we let them come up to us, as that's probably the best way to do it. And they can actually fit through the door, so they'll be up in a second. And we kill them in 1 or 2 hits, so it's whatever. The main shtick is, I have a dagger, let me stab you. Or the ones with the staffs, alright, let me shoot some magic. That's it. That's their whole thing. They're really not adding anything to the game by waking up after, beating Ava or something. I forget which thing it was to when they walk up, but they really don't add all that much to it, and I think overall they'd have to be, a lot more difficult enemies for it to really matter. And if they were a lot more difficult enemies, you could only have like 1 or 2 here, rather than like 17 of them. You know? And I'm sorry about how I'm about to handle this flexile sentry. I handle it in probably the slowest way possible. So, as I do for most flexile sentries in this game, except for the one we had to fight for a boss battle, I shoot it with the bow a lot. And also, unlike how I fight most of the things, most of the flexile sentries, I normally hit them sometimes. Well, I can't hit this guy because he always moves back and forth. And I would love to jump down there, but I'm afraid the other guy would like come at me. That's why I didn't jump down. That's my main reason. I would only peek out here because I knew he wouldn't come over. Yeah, there's a lot of shooting, and I kind of want to apologize for that. It's my own bad. My bad. I don't know what it's called. My bad ideas. I had bad ideas. I was trying to hit him with a bow only run right here. I dropped down 1 more level because I think, you know what, if he can't reach me, the other one can't reach me, but yeah, it's true. And then I could just start shooting this guy much faster. It's all that is. I'm running a full bow only run right now. Yeah, it's a lot of waiting. Again, I'd like to say sorry. Also, I'm still running on like 72,000 souls right now. That's like crazy. There's like so much things I could do right now. I could probably jump down and kill him instantly. And like he's dead now, but not quite. Now he's dead. So then we have this other one. We come in over here and pick up the garrison ward key. Yeah. And that's for what you'll see next episode. It's for a door there. Then we see this other one, so we shoot it. We don't shoot it as much, thankfully. We definitely shoot it a lot, but not as much as the other one, because that's just crazy. Yeah, it's a lot of shooting. My apologies. Sorry, yawning. Thankfully, I know that you know, flexile sentries aren't all that bad. And then I head in there with my sword, and we do like so much more damage with it, so I was kind of destined to do that instead. As you do. And then for some reason I decided to go back to shooting it, which is a dumb idea. They shouldn't have put 2 flexile sentries here. That's their fault. It's also my fault for not going up with the great club and just like destroying them. You know, it happens. Yeah. Come over here. There's really not all that much over here. I think this is Elizabeth mushroom. No, why do I keep guessing Elizabeth mushroom? I know exactly why I keep doing it now, because it's something in the next episode, and next episode is the closest to my memory, and we open a bunch of chests in that one episode. Yeah. So now we come back to this bonfire, which is the second bonfire of the area, making this episode over. So don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time, where we'll get the next 2 Ivory Nights and all that jazz. Yeah. I'll see you guys. Give it a second. 1 more second. Peace. See you later.